Hi. Now, many people I know have been wondering what is in the Quran. And I'm going to tell you right away. Now, the Quran is very well organized. It's not like the Bible where you have to search for the page. It's numbered in sections. So I have these section numbers, and I'll start with this one. Now, I started at a section called Believers. It had a lot of fluff in it. The other sections had a lot of fluff in it, so I went right to this one. 4.56. This section condemns non-believers to be burned, and it condemns any who do not believe what Muslims say. Now, moving on to section 4.84, this instructs Muslims to incite violence against non-Muslims. Now, there are many juicy sections in here, and you can find your own. I know some of this is hard to believe, and you don't have to believe me because you have either a phone or a computer. So that's how I found it, and you can too. 4.89 commands murder of non-believers. By the way, 4.87, I know this is out of order, it implies life after death. So in case you wondered, I think they were life after death promisers. Now, to me, that is a questionable practice for religions. I think that's fraud. But I'm not supposed to pass judgment at this time. I'm telling you what's in the Quran. So, 4.140, now I don't know how it grew an extra digit, whether I did something wrong or whatever. Yeah, I'm sure you'll find it. Prohibits them from discussing religion or maybe anything with non-believers. 4.160 names Jews as an enemy. And by the way, a different section says the Christian isn't your friend. Christians are not your friend. So, I think it's rather odd that a religion would specifically name another religion, but they did. So then there's 4.161, and I wrote here blah, blah, blah. I got tired. I got tired of reading it. I didn't read the whole Bible. I read a full little of it, a few pages. Of course, after you read one page, it's not true because right in Genesis, it has the events out of order where God said, let there be light, and then he made the stars later. But we know the stars are older than the sun, so that's out of order, so that's wrong. So it couldn't be God's word, so it must not be true. So we know the Bible's not true, so I didn't finish it. It's fiction. But hey, there's what all religions have in common. There's one thing they all have in common, is that they're fiction. Another thing is they all want to tell people what to do. Another thing is they all have money attached. I want to ask at this time, now that I've acquainted you with a few points in the Quran, for those of you who I'm sure wondered, is this illegal? If you want to practice Santeria and you want to do a little animal sacrifice, illegal. You can't do it in the U.S. Sorry. Now, you can lose your status you can lose your freedom of religion by practicing a religion that is not legal. I want to talk about some social relativism. Marauding used to be a big lifestyle, and about 500 years BC, it was reported that there was a marauding band that was cannibals, and they all had red hair and blue eyes. And this is somewhere in North. I don't know where that is. So, I don't know. Those to understand. I don't know how far they went or how they got there. But anyway, in 1947, in another act of social relativism, the UN sent a mission into the Congo. And they did it to combat a cannibalistic tribe of marauders. Now, looked at from a different point of view, this tribe, if it was indeed a tribe, a band, whatever they were really defending an ancient lifestyle, which is, I admit, unacceptable to live next door to. So we pass these judgments, but if we were looking at it through a telescope and we were on a different planet and didn't have to worry about it, we would just say, oh, look what they do. Oh, that's interesting. But, since we have to share a planet, really too bad. I'm really sorry about that. Elon Musk, forget it. We have to share a planet, and I'm so sorry it's true. I would gladly build a fence around all of the believers. But if I did, the non-believers would have the little bitty section and the believers would have the great big section. But anyway, I want to discuss maybe in the comments whether you think this religion should be lumped in the same bin as cannibalism, Santeria, and human sacrifice, or if it's excusable. Or maybe it's not to be taken literally. But there have been plenty of people around the world who have been stabbed because they challenged some ideas. That rubs me the wrong way because, I'm a first-class atheist. Ooh, that makes me a target. They all want to kill me. It's fun killing atheists. Everybody loves to kill them. So, am I scared? Yes, I am. I'm making a video that some might say is critical of religion, or even a religion, although I'm more critical of all religion. But that's just me. Anyway, you might want to ask your Muslim friends, if you have any, would they disavow any of this? Would they follow it? If they don't follow it, the Quran calls them hypocrites. Oh, they're very specific about how you should follow it. So I ask these believers, these followers of Islam, would they disavow this? If not, I'm terribly frightened. And yes, I'm somewhat frightened. Look what I'm doing. I'm making a video. Not the wisest thing in the world for self-preservation. However, I'm already old. It's too late for me. So if you think, if you have any comments about this religion or other religions, leave them in the comments. I expect hate comments, of course. But I'll be lucky to get any comments.